Work out here. No slacking. Guys, it's your boy D Valo and I'm back on boxing. So David Haye will be versing Tony Bellew this Saturday, March the 4th. David Haye, as we know, he has 28 wins, 2 losses with 26 KOs. And Tony Bellew has 28 wins, 2 losses with 18 by knockout. So, if you're any kind of boxing fan, you would have heard of this. This is the big grudge match between David Haye on my right from South London, Bermondsey, against Tony Bellew from Liverpool. One's a heavyweight and one is a cruiserweight. They'll be fighting at heavyweight. So let's start off with David Haye. Now, back in the day when he was rising up the ranks on Eddie Hearn's cards and in the circuit, he was untouchable as a cruiserweight then to a heavyweight. Back in, it was 2008 when he won the title. Even when he fought Klitschko and he lost, I thought that was his best performance. That was the best Haye. And the kind of style he got is he's got that knockout power. He's quite elusive, got good head movement. He jumps in. And when he jumps in, he hits you and it's lights out most time. That's why he's got 26 KOs to his 28 wins, which is very impressive. So that was back in 2008. And against Klitschko, that was his best performance. But since then, he's had a lot of time out. From that loss against Klitschko, he's had a bit of time out from boxing. He fought Chisora, but since then, in 2012, he's been quiet. And to be honest, the fights that he's had when he's come back have been a joke. Like, literally a joke. I've watched him fight those 3 guys. First one was like Arnold, whatever. I don't know his second name. And then this other guy, Mark. And you know what? I give credit for Haye for building his own thing. It was his own promotions, Haymaker, yeah. But do you know what it reminded me of? Those fights reminded me of like WWE. It was really entertaining. It's almost as if Haye spoke to the guy and says, you know what, we're gonna put on a show. I'm gonna be the star of it, but you know, I'm gonna win obviously, but yeah, we're gonna make this look good. You're gonna get a payday, I'm gonna get a payday. And as a businessman, yeah, okay, that's good, but man, as a boxing fan, it's just a joke, really. I mean, this guy, the amount of times those guys were going down, it was seriously was like WWE. You know when you watch it, and it's like before when you was a kid and you thought everything was real, and like you see them like do like a kick or something or jump from the top ropes, and then it's just so amazing. It had that same kind of feel. But come on now, we're adults. We know when a guy is faking. Like I think in one of the fights, he knocked the guy down with a jab. And I mean, yeah, he's got knockout power, but come on, it didn't even look like he was trying. But so that was his latest fights, and I think Haye has picked Bellew, has picked up on that. And in the press conferences and the amount of confrontations they've had, he said, "Look, Haye's last opponents have been a joke. It's just been." He said it's been a disgrace to boxing. How can he be fighting these levels of opponents and still be claiming that he's such a champion? So that's Haye's argument that, Bellew's argument that Haye has been fighting mediocre opponents and he's not ready to, he's making boxing look silly, and Bellew, who's going to fight, is his best opponent. Haye, on the other hand, is saying that Bellew is talking his way into a knockout, and he seems that it will be just another one of his performances, even though I think that it's not going to be that easy. Yeah, that's my opinion. It's not going to be that easy. I think Haye is going to have hard work against Bellew. So I'll get back onto Haye afterwards. So I'm getting myself mixed up. Tony Bellew and David Haye. Alright, I'm going to get onto Tony Bellew now. So he's the WBC current cruiserweight champion. And you know they say styles make fights. And his most notable fight, I think, was against Ilunga Makubu. And in that fight, he got dropped in the first round. But when he got back up, he just kind of was busy with his left hand, and then he hit Makubu with a shot, and then just went forward and carried on lacing him with some heavy blows. That's why they call him the bomber, and got the stoppage in the 3rd round. So what about Bellew which makes him so good? Now he's got 18 KOs to his 28 wins. So that's respectable in itself. But the big question is he has power as a cruiserweight, and the guys that he fights he's considerably bigger than. And so his argument for this fight is that David Haye is not, he doesn't like to slug. He's never been in a hard match. And in Tony Bellew's fights, even though he got dropped, he showed great character and heart and got back up. And I mean, his boxing skills are decent. He can win with his skills, but he's not that skilled. I mean, he doesn't really move his head that much. But if he goes down, he will get up, and he's got tremendous heart. So he believes his heart is determination, and the fact that Haye's never fought a guy like him in a while is going to be the reason why he's going to beat him and cause the upset for Haye. Now, so I told you guys I'll come back to Haye. So Haye, on the other hand, these two, I think his training camp is where he's training is just shows like his personality and his outlook of this fight. He's training in Miami in the sun, and of course in the actual gym he's probably training hard. Of course he would. This is a serious fight, but it's in a sunny Miami where it's all good and just everything is so nice. Whereas I think Tony Bellew is training hard and like back in his hometown or wherever he is, but he's just the other side of it, the real grits and the grinds and really training to get here. So what do I think? First of all, I'm going to tell you my opinion about this fight. I've said about their personalities, but I think, yes, Tony Bellew has got power as a cruiserweight, but his power is it because he's such a bigger guy than the rest of the cruiserweights and he's just naturally bigger than them, so they naturally feel his power? Or has he got heavyweight knockout power which he's using against smaller opponents? This is the big question, because I do think that Haye has heavyweight knockout power, and even in these Mickey Mouse fights, I call them, when he hits you on the button, you feel it. And even against Klitschko had a nosebleed. Klitschko was touched in that fight, you know what I mean? Like, he did bruise up Klitschko back then. So I think he has got heavyweight knockout power. I'm not sure about Tony Bellew because he's not been tested at heavyweight. I mean, the fights that he's had at light heavy, he's lost. So maybe he just doesn't have that heavyweight power. And this will be a serious fight, so we'll see how it's going to go. I think that Haye obviously going to take this one seriously. He should if he wants to win. He's quite elusive. He's going to be in and out, jumping in. If he hits Bellew on the button, is Bellew going to get back up? And you know what? I think he will. Bellew is going to get back up. And then when he does, this is going to be such a very good fight, because it's going to be heart and determination and what boxing's about, real skills. And Haye, with that knockout power, getting into deep waters, and if he's got all that natural skill, he needs to bring it out the bag on the day. So yeah, there's a lot of talking subjects, a lot of talking points in this fight. I've explored some of them, but I'll be happy for you guys to let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments. As I always say, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like. If you like this video, give me a like, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you think of this, because this fight is coming up very soon. Haye vs Bellew. Is Bellew gonna come back after knockdown to beat Haye? Will Haye make Bellew look silly and knock him out? How long do you reckon this fight is gonna go on? I mean, Haye seems to think that he's gonna knock him out at any point, and Bellew seems to think that Haye's not gonna be able to go through all the rounds. Now, one thing about these two's physical shape, I think Haye's put on a lot of weight since he fought Klitschko, and I'm not sure if all of that weight is lean, hard muscle. He's got prick muscles, I'd say, but is that bulk going to affect him in the later rounds? Because we haven't seen him tested. In these Mickey Mouse fights, he's taken out these guys by like round 3 or whatever, even round 2. But Bellew's actually been fighting serious opponents, and at cruiserweight, I don't think stamina's an issue to him. Of course, maybe the later rounds he's going to get sluggish, but he's been there and he knows how it is. Whereas Haye hasn't been there for a long time. So is that going to affect them on the night? Who's going to last the longer? Who's going to get knocked out? Who's going to get up? There's so many questions, but yeah, drop it in the comments to let me know what you think. This is my first thoughts on Haye vs Bellew. It's your boy D Vallo, and I will be, you know what, I'm not going to leave this one. I'm going to be updating you because this one's a good one. Anyway, I'll see you then.